Yes, I hope you guys are doing good. So this video will be just the second part or just a continuation. Okay, just a continuation of what we just expected in this video. हमने जो एक सेटअप बाहर रखा था, हमने जो एक व्यू रखा था, what we were expecting in this video deep dive into DXY and USD pairs. So how market reacted to it. Okay, how market reacted to it and what is going on market. Okay, some more topics I will eventually explain and not go much deep into such pairs or DXY or XAUSD because this video already contains more sort of information. Okay, so yeah, let's begin. So yes, this is me, Financial Associates. On the other hand, this is just the continuation video and how the market reacted to our stuff. हमने जो एक सेटअप रखा था which was this. If weekly के time frame में I will just delete this. Okay, I'll just delete this. Yeah. So how in this video itself, if you go and check out, and I would like to check out before seeing this video, अगर आप ये video देख रहे हो तो I would beg you that watch this video, then you will completely understand what I'm trying to tell now. Okay, here I go. Sorry. Yeah. So हमने मार्केट में ये पर्सपेक्टिव रखा था कि when the price comes here we would expect bullishness. And how did we predicted that? By watching XAU USD, by actually reverse engineering it. Okay, so that is how it is explained in that video. Yeah. So yes, after tapping into this weekly order block wick, market is reacting from here, and almost it is near to this 1 month bullish fair value gap. Yeah, as you can see, it is almost near to it. Okay, so it is now almost 101.5, so it is almost like 50% the work is done. Okay, so from here if I'm talking, so it is almost done. Okay, and if we go on to the lower time frames in a descending order from the monthly, so yeah, if we see, we have a, what do I would like to say is, we have a bullish fair value gap from where order block is even inside it, and then the setup which now we are seeing is a bit high probability. And yeah, exactly, the 1 month fair value gap which where the price is attracting towards it, it's more important because end of the day if I tell you all कि ये जो वीकली का ऑर्डर ब्लॉक है, ओके, ये जो वीकली का ऑर्डर ब्लॉक है या फिर ये 1 डे का जो आप देख रहे हो, यहाँ पे जो बुलिश फेयर वैल्यू गैप्स दे रहा था, एंड इवन दिस ऑन लोअर टाइम फ्रेम डजंट मैटर्स. ओके, डजंट मैटर्स व्हेन ये जो बुलिश फेयर वैल्यू गैप से या फिर जो रिट्रेसमेंट में ये जो वीकली ऑर्डर ब्लॉक के विक से जो अभी पंप हुआ है, डजंट मैटर्स. क्योंकि जो ये 1 मंथ का जो बुलिश सॉरी बेरिश फेयर वैल्यू गैप का ये जो ओपनिंग लेयर है, दैट इज मोर पावरफुल कंपेयर टू दिस, कंपेयर टू वीकली ऑर्डर ब्लॉक का विक हैज अ पीडीआरए व्हिच आई एम टॉकिंग. ओके, तो दिस इज मोर हैज मोर पावर. इसके पास जो पावर है, हाउ प्राइस इज अट्रैक्टिंग टुवर्ड्स इट इज कंपैरेटिवली मच मोर than weekly or daily or 4 hour or 1 hour. So yeah, that's it. What I'm trying to tell is the main part of this monthly fair value gap which is taking place in this setup is comparatively more than the weekly order block or daily fair value gap or anything. Okay, so this is the key role. If you figured out that in any other pairs that the higher time frame bullish fair value gap or bearish fair value gap is inviting the price towards it, and then you go to lower time frame and align itself, and you align your setup with itself, then it will be a good narrative or a good framework for you to work on. Okay, because then it's easy. As I said, on the higher time frame I first saw this. Okay, back then when I was 1 or 2 months ago, back then I just saw this. Okay, मैंने पहला चीज यही देखा था when price just swept this. I just saw this. Okay, if I go to the lower time frame, okay, back then when price swept this high, which I would like to say is this high, which was actually here, then I saw from here what will the price will do eventually. Will the price retrace till here and then go for here, or what will it do? Okay, so this was a waiting phase, which I said, which I said in the first video, this was a waiting phase. Will market first react here, or will it just disrespect this? So when हमने क्या किया, we went to gold and we actually reverse engineer it, which I would again not go because it's a big part. And then we figured out that yes, market will first tap into this weekly order block, and then go for this 1 month ka fair value gap. Okay, so yeah, and now I actually was trying to make video, but even I was pulled out due to some situations and I didn't make the video, but now here I am. So yeah, it is actually very easy if I tell you all key to predict that market already told us, the price already told us that yes, it is going to go to this fair value gap, and I will tell you all how. Okay, मैं बताता हूँ कैसे. So if you see, when this is daily time frame, okay, again when market tapped into this weekly order block, okay, when it was jab price aa raha tha, when the price was coming towards it, it left no bullish pdrs, no much that what I would like to say is continuation candles. Okay, what do I mean by continuation candle is always the second candle of fair value gaps, which is like the big, which leaves us a massive gap. Okay, what do I mean is, okay, what do I mean is, let's suppose this is the first candle. Okay, this is the first candle. This is the second candle of a fair value gap, and this is the, let's suppose this is the third candle of the fair value gap. So always if you see, always if you go to the charts and see, the second candle of a fair value gap is always big compared to the first or the third, because it leaves a fair value gap behind it. And that is why I to tell it as continuation candle. That's why अगर मैं इसको बोलूँ तो continuation candle. And if you see this, it यही decide करता है, this sets a narrative. Yes, the pressure, or what I would like to say is the bias is comparatively strong. ओके, इफ यू सी दिस, अगर आप यहां देखोगे तो जो बेरिशनेस का जो पावर था, विच आई वुड लाइक टू से इन कॉमन वर्ड्स, दैट इज वेरी लेस. एंड ओके, यहाँ पे ऑर्डर ब्लॉक पे प्राइस रिएक्ट हुआ है, एंड यू कांट सी नो फेयर वैल्यू गैप्स. ओके, आफ्टर रिएक्टिंग आफ्टर रिएक्टिंग विद दिस order block, you know 1 day's order block, you can't see much bearish fair value gap seen here, because you can see the gap which I'm trying to tell here, the gap which you all can see here, जो आप gap यहाँ पे देख रहे हो. Okay, yeah, it is like, yeah, I hope you all understand what I'm trying to tell. The gap which we were expecting here is can't, हम नहीं देख सकते. Okay, we can't see the gap here. That clearly indicates us that there are less bullish PDRAs or bullish order block or fair value gap that we can expect to react and then go more lower, because यहाँ पे जैसे ही react कर रहा है, the price is eventually going up. एंड इसके पीछे देर इज नॉट ओनली टेक्निकल रीजंस बट फंडामेंटल रीजंस. ओके, तो अगर मैं फंडामेंटल रीजंस बोलूं तो देर आर मच. ओके, तो फंडामेंटल रीजन इज अगेन यूएस Iran war still continues. Okay, continue, and then फिर tariffs on trading partners. Okay, these two and many other factors. Okay, these two and many other factors. These two are the leading role. Why it's pumping fundamentally too. But technically, if we all want to know ki why it's pumping, so this weekly order block where the price will react, this is a thumbs up for bullish narrative. अगर आप देखोगे why I was feeling bullish or why I was bullish because of this, and more importantly, which I was telling from the start itself, that this bearish fair value gap, this 1 month bearish fair value gap is attracting the price towards it. Okay, it's attracting the price towards it. And how I view the market is, मैं market को कैसे देखता हूँ कि if the time frame is much more higher, or how I would like to say is the 1 month time frame has much more power or control. The weekly time frame has comparatively less control or power to do things against the 1 month. Okay, so if the 1 month fair value gap is trying to attract the price towards it, the weekly or the daily will also do the same. Okay, that's how the higher time frame alignments are being done. That's why I claim, even at the starting of the month, I claimed it at the starting of the month that yes, in this video you can go and check out that in this video you will see $102 as time goes. The market will attract the price towards it. Sorry, the bearish fair value gap will attract the price towards it. Okay, that's the main reason. That's why I claimed it. This that yes, the lower time frames or this weekly order block will get mostly respected, and yes, we might expect bullishness. And if you see, अगर आप 2-3 दिन पहले भी अगर मार्केट को देख रहे थे, तो it is very easy to say and it is very easy to figure out that by watching the price action on left hand side, that यहाँ पे कम bullish bearish resistance है. That is why I had written here no resistance block. I treat the I call this concept as no resistance block. जहाँ पे comparatively, if you see, when we set a narrative that what we are expecting either bullishness or bearishness, on bullishness, okay, we have on the perspective of bullishness, which I'm comparing. We have weekly OB, then also 1 month bearish, 1 month bearish, fair value gap attracting. That is what I mean when I type 1 month bearish fair value gap. Okay, on the bearish, on the bearish, we only have on the bearish side, we only have this fair value gap and order block. Okay, okay, so that is all we have. That is all we have on one day. On one day, if we compare the the PDRAs or the narrative which one day, sorry, so the bullishness and bearishness have. On the side of bullishness, we have 1 week's order block, which is this again. Okay, I go to the 1 week time frame, which is this. Okay, and what else we have is 1 month's bearish fair value gap, where the price is attracting towards it. This, and comparatively, if we go to the bearish side, okay, if we want to see lower prices, what the market has told us or what the market has kept in front of us, okay, that is only this. ओके, मार्केट ने हमारे सामने बस 1 डे का फेयर वैल्यू गैप एंड 1 डे का जो ऑर्डर ब्लॉक है, बस हमने हमारे सामने यही रखा था. एंड इफ यू जस्ट कंपेयर इट एंड इफ यू जस्ट सी इट दैट विच इज मोर पावरफुल, then it is bullishness. Okay, and there are 2 other more factors or 3 other more factors which is like not useful for us to now understand, but by comparing this, by going for a perspective how I went, जैसे मैं गया एक perspective के लिए, just compare the PDRs and see what are more higher time frames that are attracting towards it. Okay, and what are more powerful based on the time frames. The higher the time frame, the higher the chances of doing that. Okay, happening that. So that is what I was trying to tell. Okay, so if we are expecting bullishness on DXY. Okay, so again, in recent days, even even gold was pumping. Even gold was actually pumping. Okay, when DXY was pumping, if you see DXY was pumping, even gold was pumping. Okay, then what is this factor? Okay, then what is this factor happening in the market financial associates? As you said, as I was saying, when DXY pumps, eventually XAU USD dumps. Then what is this new thing, or going in the market when DXY pumps, or even XAU USD pumps? Then iska factor, guys. I will break it down. Okay, what happens when DXY pumps and XAU USD pumps too? Okay, I will write down all the stuff, why it happens. But yeah, yeah, it's perfect. So yes, the major reason why we see XAU USD is even pumping when DXY is also pumping. Okay, that is the main question, right? Yeah. So the major reason why even XAU USD pump is not just because the DXY is pumping, but eventually when DXY is pumping. ओके, देन द यूरोजोन, जो यूरोजोन हो गया या फिर जापानीज इकोनॉमीज हो गया, इवन दे फेस सेवरल वीकनेस or aggressive rate cuts, when eurozone or Japanese, when they face aggressive rate cuts, or even when the yen drops. Okay, forcing the DXY artificially higher, but even at that time the global fiat currency in general are being inflated or devalued. Investor dumps fiat overall to buy gold. Okay, causing XAU USD to pump alongside a rise in DXY. What does this mean is, jab there is a threat. ओके, देर इज अ थ्रेट, इवेंचुअली जो उनका करेंसी होता है जब वो भी गिर रहा है, द एग्जांपल विच आई टुक इज eurozone or Japanese, even when they are facing a rate cut or several drops, even they choose fiat currency as the second option, and the first option for them is also the XAU USD. ओके, तो जब ये पंप हो रहा था, ओके, जो ये पंप हो रहा था, इवेंचुअली जो येन है देन फिर यूरोजोन है, इवेंचुअली दे नीडेड सम टाइप ऑफ बैकअप टू हैंडल देयर इकोनॉमी or something, so that even they exist in the market. Okay, but eventually on a longer time frame, what I mean is, on the longer time frame, yes, when DXY pumps, eventually XAU USD needs to dump, because when you see XAU USD, it is measured in US dollars. When the US dollars is pumping, then eventually XAU USD has to dump. Okay, so that is the end goal which I'm trying to, यही end goal मैं बोलने का try कर रहा हूँ. Okay, so even here, okay, even here, what I am trying to tell is, मैं क्या बोलने का try कर रहा हूँ कि when you are trading and after a long dump, which is, I mean this, you know after a long dump, when you are trading, you might expect consolidation. Okay, you might expect consolidation. You can't always expect market to just go into your favor. Like, if we are expecting bullishness, then it doesn't just go upwards. or it doesn't just go downwards, you might expect uncertainty which was in the market, जो कि अनसर्टेनिटी था कि यूएस ईरान का वॉर हो रहा है कि नहीं, अनसर्टेनिटी इफ आई वांट टू टेल यू कि ये था। ओके। ओके। सो दिस वाज द अनसर्टेन अनसर्टेनिटी, ये जो आपने पंप देखा था, इट इज ऑल बिकॉज देयर वाज अ लॉट ऑफ अनसर्टेनिटी। ओके, कि यूएस ईरान का वॉर हो रहा है, देन फिर अगेन द ट्रेडिंग, द ट्रेडिंग पार्टनर्स के ऊपर जो वो तारीफ लगा, ट्रम्प वाज गोइंग टू यू नो या। सो जब देर आर लॉट ऑफ इंसिडेंट और लॉट ऑफ, what I would like to say is major events are happening. Okay, तो uncertainty market में बहुत बढ़ जाता है eventually. Okay, and due to this uncertainty, we saw a major pump in XAU USD. And after realizing that what is happening or what is going to happen eventually, the output or the outcome, eventually DXY was pumping. Okay, this is I'm saying completely technical, ki this no resistance block and this 1 week's fair value gap, and just seeing this. Okay, at the end of the day, I was expecting $102, which I was saying from the start of it. Okay, and if I am expecting bullishness on DXY, eventually I would like to see lower prices on XAU USD. Okay, so that's the thing. And yeah, so this pump if you see on अगर ये pump अगर आप low time frames में देखोगे, तो yes it will be a major pump, or what I would like to say is a major rally. Okay, but if you go to 1 week, okay, but if you go to 1 week, again as I said, the higher the time frame, the more important it has. Okay, so if you see this consolidation, okay, this 1 week scandal, then the second week, then this third week, then this fourth, and then this fifth week. So it is almost in a now consolidation, that there is a lot of uncertainty, and then the situation cools down. Okay, market में कैसा होता है कि there is a urgent need of XAU USD or a urgent demand of XAU USD, and then वो जो जो need है वो खत्म होता है eventually, and then everything comes to a cool down situation, and eventually that happens. बट फॉर दिस डंप इफ यू सी, अगर ये जो डंप देख रहे हो, ये टाइम पे एक मेजर सिचुएशन कूल डाउन हुआ था, दैट इज स्ट्रेट ऑफ हॉर्मुज बंद हो गया था, एंड द रीजन वाई दिस डंप इज वेरी डिफरेंट। ओके, बट अंडरस्टैंड दैट एक ही मेजर इवेंट कंट्रोल कर रहा था वो टाइम पे मार्केट को, दैट वाज स्ट्रेट ऑफ हॉर्मुज, एंड दैट वाज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, एंड व्हेन इट कूल डाउन, तो ये इतना बड़ा भी ड्रॉप नाउ वी सी। बट नाउ there are not just Strait of Hormuz ka cool down, but US ka trading partners, and then the uncertainty in eurozone and yen, when they have rate cuts, eventually XAU USD goes crazy. Okay, so if anyone is trading now XAU USD, I would like to wait and just see the market and just see DXY where DXY is going. Okay, if DXY is going for this monthly fair value gap, then if DXY is going for this monthly fair value gap, then on even on XAU USD, we might expect or we will see the chances are high that we will touch this monthly bullish fair value gap. Okay, so yeah, now coming to Euro USD, as I said, that if I go to the 3 months time frame, yes, when the price reacted, first reacted with this on the lower time frames, if I go to 1 day, okay, because on Euro USD there is nothing much, perspective to tell or to, to understand the, the markets are comparatively slower compared to gold or even, yes. So yes, if we see the, अगर market जो पहले time is 3 month के fair value gap पे touch किया था, okay, which was this. And if I go to the lower time frames, which is this actually, if we see, if there is a setup on, higher time frames, we comparatively go, one or two descending to, to find a setup. What I am trying to tell is, if we saw a 3 months fair value gap, bullish fair value gap on 3 months, then I must expect a setup on 1 day at least. Okay, I must expect the setup on 1 day. I can't go to the 5 minutes or a 1 minute time frame when the market reacts here and just hop on to that setup. Okay, and hop on to this 5 minutes or 1 minutes bullish fair value gap from here and just jump. And if it doesn't respect it, and then you can't just blame me and saying that yes, financial associates, we saw a 3 months fair value gap here, and then I went to a 15-minute time frame. Okay, then I went to a 15-minute time frame here. Okay, and then I went to this 15-minute time frame here, which is this. Okay, which is this, and I just jumped into the bias and I got stopped out. Okay, you can't just tell that. Okay, because for a 3 month time frame, for a 3 month setup to be validated, you need a bit higher time frame to have an entry setup. You can't just go from 3 months to 15 minutes. From 3 months you need at least daily or a weekly. Okay, that is how the correlation works. It needs a separate video to understand. Okay, so that's the thing. So after the price reacted here, when the price reacted at the market for first time, and the market reacted here first time, it didn't give much fair value gaps on the daily time frame. Okay, this is what I mean. It didn't give much time frame, bullish fair value gaps or anything. If you can see, here are comparatively less. Then from here, when the price again, came to this level, which is the 3 months fair value gap. Okay, so we might expect more lower prices. That it is telling us, the price is telling us that when the price tapped into the 3 months fair value gap, we didn't saw much bullishness. Now we are expecting more lower prices. Okay, so if we see what are the closest PDR is from where the price will go or will even bounce back. Okay, so what are the odds? Okay, what are the odds? Odds if the price pumps. Okay, if the price pumps, till where would I expect to pump? Okay, so this is the thing. Okay, this is the weekly order block where I would like to expect if the price pumps. Okay, if the price pumps, mostly I am expecting this 3 months order block, which is this, which is this. No, which is this. Okay, the wick, which I would like to say is the wick. And if the price retraces, or if we see some pump again, we are again into the 3 months opening gap, which the price is again here. And after this sweep, and after the sip or any other things happens, or the worst situation happens, then I might expect the pump till here, and then again from here, and then again from here I would like expect a dump. Okay, so this is my perspective on euro USD till